hard for a woman out here, you know? Because especially if you're like me and you're homeless, you know, you got to do what you got to do. And like, hey, I do what I got to do. 'Cause, hey, I'm not going to be out here, and, you know, without nowhere to lay my head. When I usually don't have nowhere to lay my head, I have to make it somewhere to lay my head. So it's extra hard for me because I don't have a family, you know? Like, for instance, you know, I had a cousin who got killed in this area, like behind me here, you know? They found her over there dead, strangled, raped. Oh, Brad Hart, okay. You know, maybe a year from now, I might be still doing the same thing I'm doing, out here turning tricks and doing whatever I can to keep some food in my mouth, you know, roof over my head. It's really bad out here. So, me, myself, I just take my chances, you know. We don't make no difference to the, you know, whoever get in the office. We'll still be homeless, hungry, jobless, you know. Ain't nothing but a big payoff to me, really. That's all it is. It's a big payoff.
My brother Bill and I moved with our parents from Detroit to Inkster when we were in our early teens. We had left all of our friends and family in the Motor City behind, and we were faced with the task of making new friends and maintaining old ones. My cousins in Detroit knew some teenage girls who lived in Inkster, and it was only a matter of time before we were introduced to these young ladies. We began visiting Wanda and Felicia at their home. Coming and going always involved taking different routes in and out of the city of Inkster, and just generally driving around, checking everything out. It was on one of those occasions that I saw Harrison for the first time. The people hanging on the corner in front of the pool room, Jean's Lounge, you know. Loud talk, loud music, barbecue smoke everywhere. A collage of sight, smell, and sound. Something about the area excited the senses. It was a mean-ass street. It was mysterious and forbidding. It frightened me, but at the same time, my fear surrendered to my interest. I felt like a shark in bloody water. I knew I would not rest until I could walk this street day and night and be accepted as one of its own.
Yeah.
Where are you from and how did you get to Inkster?
I'm from Hungary. I'm Hungarian, and I'm living in Switzerland before. Right now I'm living in Inkster because my man are living in Inkster, and I go everywhere where he go, and he come everywhere where I go. Hi, how are you doing?
Fine, and you?
Me too.
How did you know him? First know him?
How did we get together?
How'd you get together?
I was in the airport with 1,000 suitcases, and he was the taxi driver. He was my destiny. He take me in Canada, and he forget her body in my hotel for weeks.
What are you doing for the rest of your life?
I don't know exactly. But just something is true. I leave. I don't know when. I just watch the planes when flying there. I just say, when?
If you're ever in Inkster, please visit Mrs. Donut. As a young schoolgirl, she had an interesting relationship with the Street of Dreams.
When somebody comes in here with an attitude, if it's morning or night, you know, I say, good evening, how are you? And why are you looking so sad? And some young garbage guys who work on the garbage truck come in here with bags, bad breath, and they look ugly. I said, fellas, don't come in here tomorrow looking like that. I don't want to see you that early in the morning. Do you know those guys got their hair together? They got rid of the plastic bags. They start using mouthwash. And it was like I was giving them psychology in a donut shop. We used to walk down Harrison because we weren't supposed to walk down Harrison. There were different things that went on Harrison. And in those days, your parents were strict. They called the place beer garden, you know, one beer garden and pool room and stuff like that were strictly adults. So whenever children weren't supposed to do something, they did it. I mean, they were just, this is something that they're doing today. They just walked down and checked out these places and they had something to sniggle about when they got to school and tell somebody that they went by so-and-so's and peeped in the window. Tutti and Frutti used to be some of the excitement that was there. They were two gay people that I made clothes for when I was 15 years old. I was a seamstress at the time, and they wore some really bad clothes. It was just stuff that so much stuff that happened back in, you know, in those days, and now you walk down there, you wish just something funny or something pleasant would be there.
You know, like Reelz was saying in Tobacco Road. I'm going to rebuild that dead-end street and I'm never going back there anymore. You know, we either got to turn white or die.
I learned a lot of negative things. I didn't learn anything positive. You know, hang around the pool room and the pool room, there was a lot of drugs and a lot of negative things, so mostly negative things.
I raised two sons, I sent them both to college. One to Alabama State, one to Cornell. And what I'm saying about it is that, how can you get out of it? You know, the best you can do is see little guys and girls over there. You know? Like Jesus say, spare the children. You suffer the children. Muhammad say, suffer the children. And that's it. Do the best you can, man. I can't do much. I got a $3,000 house with no insulation. I got a heater. And that's enough. But I don't know what to say. I really don't know, you know, what you asked me about. How do I feel about America, or how do I feel about drug life? Drug life in my life, because I started using this shit when it was 50 cents. You know, I could have bought a Coca-Cola for the price I could have bought a blow. You know? See what I'm saying? Coca-Colas and dope costed the same when I came up. You know? But this is the way it is in my neighborhood. Then this is not Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. You know? And so I don't know what else to say about it, man. See, I got me 2 facts. I'm a junkie. I use.
Magic love, magic hate. Find yourself before it's too late. It's the magic.
So what's up? Just out here hanging, baby. Just out here hanging, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get $1, you know? It's rough out here, you dig? Welfare's cut out and shit, you understand? Brothers out here hustling, scuffling, you dig? Ain't got nowhere to stay, sleep, you dig? They sleep in abandoned buildings and shit, you understand? And the man on their ass, every time somebody come up on the corner, you gotta be selling dope or something, you dig? You can't, I'm 42 years old, you dig? I come up here, the man tell me I got to go home. I was in Vietnam, I want to go home, they wouldn't send me. And so, what can I tell you? You know?
I come up on Harrison. This is where I survive at. This is where I grew up at. I come up here every day. This is where I beg. This is where I come up here to get my dollars at, right up on Harrison. Without Harrison, I'll probably be laying out here on the ground. This is where I grew up from, right here. This is the street that fell down, and I'm hoping like hell that all of us get together and stand as united as a crowd, man. Because this is hard. It's real hard living. And if you can't get it from up here, you can't get it from nowhere.